Hi and welcome back to Down the Shed. So I'm in my little tent that I bought for an event that I didn't go to, so because it's been so hot I just couldn't sleep in the house, so I thought we'll have a little bit of camping in the garden. So here we have I probably paid over the odds. It's cheaper online, but I'd rather buy it in store. So $139.95, about $165, 140 quid. The Milbro Classic Tactical Division Classic m1911. So in the box you get the usual little instruction leaflet type doobry with all the do's and don'ts, which makes me laugh because it says don't shoot and point at people when that's what these are clearly designed for. Doesn't actually say it's AIRSOFT on here. Hopefully it'll fire under 350. The velocity is up to 350 FPS, tested with .12s. So hopefully we should be under the 350. So let's have a look at the gun itself. There's 5 variants. So there's different colour versions you can get. I do like the black and the chrome, but this is good enough. I'm quite happy with this. So this is the one I've got. Nice silver on the sides. I might think about, because this is brushed, actually taking that classic m1911 off the sides. So it's standard typical 1911 hammer safety. Safety's only lock in on these when they're cocked. There's no mag in. So if we release the safety, squeeze the beaver tail extra safety, squeeze the trigger and she fires. It's got a nice cock in. Slide lock here, mag release there. I don't think the grips are wood, they feel plasticky, but they wood effect, quite nice, I like that. This is the CO2 version. I'll probably do a shorter video at some point of fitting a CO2 bulb, but this one's already in. You do get the Allen key, which goes in there to tighten it. All it came with was the gun, the mag, the Allen key and some of the crappy BBs. I've got some in here that I'll try and load up. It's got a really hard to pull back spring on this. It says single stack, but I actually think it does double stack. Oh, I can't pick these up. Come here, you little shit. Get one more in because I'm starting to lose that. So the gas is in there, so we'll get the mag in, cock it, and now it's ready to go. So I don't know if you'll see it fire, and lock open. Cracking a little bit of kit, side lock, mag, and release the action. So a nice weapon. We've got the lanyard loop ring there. It's based on an A1 because we've got the extra thick grip on the back, the shorter trigger. Fixed sights, they're not adjustable, so rear sight, foresight. It is field strippable. The hop ups inside, so basically standard releasing of the pin. So pull the side pin out, release, slide off. Then we need to take out the spring guide here and the spring, whatever that bit's called. Then we slide the front around 45 degrees and pull it. Now, unlike my Tokyo Marui, there is a little spring on the barrel assembly there, or a big spring rather. And just in there you can see the little hop up wheel. So simply to put it back together, slide that back in like so, the big spring on, the cap thing, it goes back on the front, that bit slides back in here. Now we can get the spring guide. There we go. slide this back together. There are two notches on the side. One is for the slide lock and the other one is for the takedown. So get it back to the little notch, or the first notch, push the pin in all the way home, release, and we're back together. So just pull the hammer back and there we go. So that's the Milbro Classic 1911 6mm BB gun. Hopefully it should be within sight limits. It definitely will be in winter. In fact, this will be a good winter gun. I'd be interested to find out in a couple of weeks whether I can use it on site. Otherwise I've wasted 140 quid. But I do have a nice toy to play with in the garden. So that's the, as I said before, the safety catch will only work when it's actually cocked. Take the safety off. Take the mag out. Take the safety off. Jobs are good. Don't see the point of that safety really. I mean, unless you're going to walk around with it cocked all the time, there's not a lot of need for it. But I do like a 1911. I absolutely adore a 1911. The barrel's not threaded in any way, so you can't put a silencer or anything on it, which is a pity. I should leave the mag out. But that'll fit nicely in my Strike Systems case with a whole bunch of CO2s, one pistol, one magazine, one Allen key, one speed loader, 6 spare capsules. Happy days. Okay, so we're back in the shed. As you can see on this side, you can see there's a flat on each side in the back there. So that side is narrower than this side, which means, and you'll be able to see the nozzle in there. There we go. Now the first time I loaded this, we had a little leak and it took a bit more tightening than normal. That's basically the first time you load one of these in, you can have a little bit of leak while it all seals up and everything. So let's get this on camera. So in the wide side, all you want to do is literally, let's try and get this, slip this in, so top of the cartridge, I guess, goes into the nozzle there. Now the Allen bolt on the end, just literally tighten it up until you feel it pinch and start turning the bulb, and then I think about a 180 turn basically, or less. We just turn it round. There we go, that was a bit of extra. Actually, so it's more than 180, it's probably about 360, 540 turn. But as you can see, that's now filled up. Just seen a video on YouTube about the John Wick one-hand reload. Let's put a BB in. Oh, there's a BB in there. Right, there's a BB in there. We reloaded the cylinder. Let's see if it'll fire. So somebody was doing this, dropping the gun. One-handed reload. Fine. One-hand reload. And it functioned. And it's locked open. Max out. So that's how you reload your CO2 bulb into your magazine. Fire that off, max out, safe. It's a good thing about gas magazines. You can fire the weapon without the magazine in. You're not going to waste any gas or function. It's only when the mag's in that the weapon can function. So always keep some CO2 in the mags as well. It will deplete over time if you don't use it, but if you don't empty it out and leave it in, it will keep the seals moist. What have I done with all my... I've got a whole bunch of these things somewhere and I don't know where they are at the moment. So yeah, that's it basically. That was a quick tent review of the 1911. I was just playing with it in here, and it ran out, so I thought, well, it's a perfect opportunity to show you the reload. Taking out an empty one's pretty much reversal. Undo the grub screw underneath. Don't come out too far. It's not too hard to get in, but it's just piddly. Undo it far enough for that to loosen. It'll fall out into the palm of your hand. Job done. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.